Hey everyone, Bridget here, maker of the Curry Queen sauces right here in Calgary, Alberta, and I want to show you just how easy it is to use this sauce. First thing I do, heat up my frying pan, and everyone has a frying pan. A little bit of neutral oil. I chopped up an onion, half an onion. This is optional, but if you do use the half onion and saute it, it really does add an additional flavor to your butter chicken. Now there is plenty of onion in the sauce, so you don't have to worry about it lacking onion, but if you want that additional depth, it's well worth it. This only takes a few minutes. You don't want to like seriously brown them, but you know, a little bit. A little bit of color on them. I think I added just enough. I'm using canola oil. And a lot of people ask me, Bridget, how do you make your butter chicken taste like that? When I'm at a demo? Well, this is exactly how I do it. This is a great thing to make, especially after you've put in a good hard day's work. Or if you're just busy running around. Seriously, dinner in 20 minutes. It doesn't get better than that. Turn this up just a little bit. I don't want it going crazy on me because I don't want them to cook too fast. You know when you put onions in the pan and they start frying so fast that the flavor isn't actually coming out, it's just the color. That's not what I'm looking for. I want the flavor. And butter chicken is always such a good family pleaser. You always feel like you're having something that's just a treat. And even though you're making this supper in like 20 minutes, it feels like you really took time and made some slow food. Which, you know, most people only make time for that on the weekends. But this you can do even on Monday. And what I love about my sauces is that the ingredients are so good. And I never have to worry about what it is that I'm feeding my family. Even my grandkids love butter chicken. And they are the most discerning out of everyone that I feed. Well, you know that. Kids are always a little tricky. So you can see here, they're starting to brown. I can smell them. So that's always a good sign that the flavors are coming out and it's blooming. You can surely use a saucepan if you want. I just really wanted to show you how simple it was just in the frying pan because everyone has one. And if you're just one person cooking for yourself, this is also great meal prep because this is a great freeze. You can portion freeze it after if you want to. This is the color that I'm looking for. I'm not trying to overdo it. Pounded chicken breast. Now you can use chicken thighs if you want or whatever it is that you like. I've cubed it into pieces that are going to cook rather quickly, but I don't like them too small because I do like a good chunk of chicken. Right here, there's oil in the pan already. Onions are the color that I want them. Now, this is the part where most people will make the mistake, not that you will, of cooking your chicken. Please, do not cook your chicken. Let the sauce do the work for you. And I'm just stirring it about, getting all those onions mixed, because those onions, they flavored my pan, and I want it to flavor my chicken now. And it's really just a quick toss. And you can see it's starting to turn a little bit white. The chicken still is, of course, raw. That's coming about. I don't want to sear it too long. It's just a couple of minutes just to get a little bit of the white on the chicken. It's starting to look pretty good. This jar of butter chicken has 2 full cups of sauce in it. And that's a lot. That's enough to feed a family of 4. Or my son in one sitting. Whole jar of sauce. Don't let this go. There's still plenty of goodness in here. Hang on a sec. Now, I'm just gonna mix it all in. Giving that chicken a good bath. All right. I have a 1/4 cup of cream, whole cream. Pour it in. Shake it up. Add it. I usually use 1/4 cup because that's enough for me. However, if you feel like you need a little bit more, but be careful here because you don't want it to get it too thin. It still has to cook, and as it cooks, it's going to thin out a little bit. Everything's going to come together. Look at that beauty. And you can see it cooking in your pan. Even if it's in your saucepan, you'll be able to see it. The little roll, I don't want this to go too fast because here's the trick. If you cook your chicken too fast, it's going to be tough. And right now, the sauce is heating up and you can see the color changing and it's all coming together. There. That's it. Now, I'm going to leave it like this. See that little bubble? I don't want it going too fast. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. As long as I can see a little roll, I know that that chicken is cooking in that sauce. And that's what I want to see because I want my chicken cooked in the sauce perfectly. I don't want my chicken cooked before my sauce has a chance to do what it needs to do. That's it. Hands off. Now we just wait. Now in this time, you can heat up rice, you can cook rice, you can have it on pasta, couscous, quinoa, whatever you fancy. Steamed cauliflower rice, steamed asparagus, it's always a favorite. So while this is cooking, I have some rice that I've cooked. I just warmed it up in the microwave because I want to show you what we're making because we're going to taste too. Rice. I'm a little premature on it, but I just want to be ready for you so you can see the whole deal. You can stir this every once in a while just to keep things moving. You certainly don't have to. The other alternative is you can cover it if you'd like to. If you do cover it, it's nice to leave a little bit of air. Maybe just tilt the lid so that you don't get too much condensation. I'm going to let this go for the extra 10 minutes that it needs to cook. And I actually have some butter chicken that I just cooked so that I can show you. Butter chicken. This is fully cooked now. I'm a cilantro lover, so I'm always going to add it. And just to let you know if I think I like it. Tastes like I've been cooking all day. Cheers.